Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and you're not going to miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a product review, which, if I'm totally honest, I never ever expected to be doing, but it's one that has been requested many times by you guys, and so I thought, well, if that's what the viewers, the subscribers want, that's what I'll have to deliver. Now, this is a product which I have previously mentioned on this channel. First of all, to slate it, to say, never going to use it. To then backtrack in a recent video to say, there's sometimes when actually I would use it and maybe I got the wrong end of the stick for this product. And now I'm going to get to the nitty gritty, get to the bottom of it, and actually just tell you what my full thoughts in under 10 minutes are of this product, which is the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. Now, the eagle eye amongst you would know this is a pretty empty tube, which usually is the sign that this product works really well. So, spoiler alert, I have definitely used it. Now, this product, well, where to start? So, this product originated, I'm going to say over 70 years ago. This was one of the original, if not the original product from a esthetician, as was back, a beautician, I think was the correct term back then, from Elizabeth Arden. She had a gorgeous beauty salon in New York, and she created a range of her own products, which she marketed. Now, first of all, that's the back history of it. I think Elizabeth Arden can be quite a controversial figure because of some of her specific political views and her alleged anti-Semitism in the past. So she's quite a controversial figure in beauty. She's, however, a pioneer of women in the workplace, and she was one of the first women to develop a huge brand and market it successfully globally. So she was certainly a powerhouse of a businesswoman. If you put aside some of her views and certainly her slightly dubious in terms of their ethical business practices, and she created this 8-Hour Cream. Now, rumour has it, and it is just a rumour, that this originated from a chemist friend of hers who she got to create a product to treat the friction burns for her racehorse. She was a keen racehorse owner, a very wealthy individual, and obviously racehorses, as they're running, got friction burns, and she wanted a cream to solve that. The chemist created the prototype of the 8-Hour Cream, and she found actually it was fantastic for soothing her own hands and her own burns and her own skin complaints, and marketed it as a very successful beauty treatment. Now, any product that has been around for 70 years has to be successful. So the definition of success is something that has been selling for that amount of time. Doesn't always mean it's good. Now, for a younger audience, now our demographic on this channel ranges from those in their teens right the way through to those older, in older age groups. Most people, I think, would associate this sort of product with their gran, their older relatives, something that use it. The scent, is very much... the scent is very much, hasn't changed for decades, and is very much pitched at that older female demographic. However, it has had a resurgence recently. They've rebranded. This is the repackaged version. They've updated the image and the look of the product, and it has had a bit of a resurgence amongst younger customers who are seeking to try out some of what we call like the cult favourites, the old favourites that their parents, grandparents might have used, and just that sort of retro nostalgia, that vibe's really brought it back into the fore. So I thought, great time to jump on and do a full review of this product, the good, the bad, and would I recommend it, and what would I use it for? So, first of all, this is at its basis petroleum jelly. So Vaseline is a derivative of petroleum jelly, which has, unlike Vaseline, or the original Vaseline, has some added ingredients to make it smell better than plain Vaseline, to apply easier than Vaseline. It's a slightly watered down, it's a slightly more slick consistency. If I put some on the back of my hand, you should be able to see I really have gone to town on this product, so it is pretty empty. But if you can see that, it's had colorants added, so it doesn't have that just plain grease feel that you get with a normal petroleum jelly. Goes onto the skin, spreads out quite nice, and gives quite a warming sensation when it's on the skin. Now, this product is, just from the outset, totally unsuitable for anybody that suffers with acneic, clogged, blocked, or oily skin. This is comedogenic to it's just the worst thing you can put on your skin if you have oily or acneic skin. Similar to Vaseline, I would never recommend people use Vaseline on their skin. It just isn't the right product for you unless you are super dry. Because it is a mineral oil derivative and the molecule sizes are quite large, it's not going to do any deep penetration to get to the bottom layers of the skin. So what you're going to get from this is a very surface hydration. However, there are some times when I think you can use a product like this, and I'm going to run through them. So for me, the pros of this product is it is so much easier to apply than strict petroleum jelly. So one, better than Vaseline. That goes. The smell, I don't like fragrance in skincare, but do you know what? I quite like the smell. It's got a bit of an old nostalgic smell to it. I kind of like that. I do kind of like this. I do kind of like the smell, and it does give a fantastic surface hydration. Now, I think the best way you can use this product is to stop using it as a moisturiser, which is what it was originally intended for, and start using it a bit more innovatively and a bit more creatively to really tap into the positives of this product. Now, before we go into how I would use this product, I'll just do the negatives. So first of all, Elizabeth Arden, test on animals. So if you are a consumer who wants cruelty-free skincare and doesn't want products which are tested on animals, this is not going to be the product for you. Now, this product hasn't changed in decades, so chances are when it was tested on animals, it was many years ago. But as a company, they still do continue to test on animals, and so when you're buying a product, you are then giving profits, giving money, revenue and profits to a company which does then spend those funds on animal testing. So you need to bear that in mind. As a company, I'm not a huge fan of their packaging and of their branding. I think it's very old. I think it's very traditional. I don't think it's retro enough to be vintage and cool. I think it's just a bit old hat. So I'm not a fan of their image per se, and I think they need to do quite a lot to develop their image to get a more younger demographic. This is packed full of colorants, it's packed full of fragrances, it's mineral oil based, so it is just a sensitive or oily acneic skin person's absolute nightmare. So do not go there unless you are dry to very dry on the skin scale. I would never recommend that you apply this all over the skin like you would a moisturiser. I think this is for very specific applications, which I'll go through in a minute. And overall, I think there is a place for this in someone's skincare routine and their medicine cabinet, but I just think it has to be used very wisely. So, my 5 ways I would use this product. First of all, dry hands. Now, the skin on your face is very different to the skin on the rest of your body. You might be acneic on the face and have very dry hands because of the work you do. You might wash your hands an awful lot in, the world of the virus. We are washing our hands a heck of a lot more. Mine are getting much drier as a result of that. This is fantastic as a moisturiser for your hands. Now, it is greasy and it does stain because it's got a colour in it. It will stain things like pillows and bed sheets. So what I would do is, if you haven't checked out my hacks video, I'll leave a link there, is to just put this on before you go to bed. Put a sock or a glove on your hand, cotton, and that'll just supercharge the moisture, keep it all in and make sure it doesn't stain anything. But it's a fantastic overnight moisturiser. Love this product for that. It's also really good at slicking down areas. I've seen it used. Lisa Eldridge, love her. She did a really good tip on this of just slicking down the eyebrow. So if you've got that wayward eyebrow, instead of putting a load of brow gel on and having to buy that, just literally just run it through the eyebrows. Again, I'd be super careful if you are oily, because obviously you can't just touch the eyebrow hair. It goes underneath and it may cause pimples. But if you are not, it's a fantastic way of slicking down those eyebrows and just getting the eyebrows on fleek and making them look fantastic. It's really good for burns. So when the skin is burnt, the heat is trapped in the deeper layers of the skin for much longer than you think. So if you have a burn, obviously you run it under lukewarm water. Never shock the skin by using freezing or cold water. Lukewarm water to gradually bring that temperature down. And what that's going to do is prevent any blistering and prevent any long-term damage and scarring. So once you've run it under the water as long as you can, dry it off and then put a layer of this on. What this is going to do is trap all the moisture in that area. It's going to provide a seal, so it's going to be sealing out anything that could potentially get into that bacteria, microbes that are in the surfaces and in the air. It's going to provide a seal, it's going to keep the heat in, so it's going to gradually cool it down, and it's going to be really good at keeping that moisture in. So after you've cooled a burn, this is fantastic. I mean, you can use aloe vera, that's another fantastic alternative, but this is really good to have around the house for that. And as that burn, that scab does start to peel. Burn scabs don't fall off like a normal scab, they sort of peel off the skin. This is really good for putting on, because the longer you can keep that scab on, the less pigmentation and scarring that's likely to happen. So put this on and just keep applying it, and that'll really help with that burn. So that's top tip 3. 4 for me is, I love this, and I mentioned this in my last video, which was the one where I said, you know, I admit I was wrong on certain products, and this is the one that was featured, which really sparked the debate on whether this is a good product or not, is for use on animals. So I have a menagerie of animals in our house. Dogs get dry paws, the chapped pads on the bottom of their paws, they get dry nose in winter. I actually keep chickens, and their combs on the top of their head are really susceptible to frostbite in the UK because we get quite cold evenings. Literally, a stick of this on is amazing. Now, yes, you could use Vaseline, but I think this is so much easier to apply. You want to do it quickly because animals aren't that keen on having things, lotions and potions rubbed into them. It goes on much quicker, and it's much easier to spread out than Vaseline. And so I think it's an absolute lifesaver if you've got, which I guess actually is the original point of the product, racehorses. I don't have racehorse money. Who knows? If this channel takes off, I might have racehorse money. Who can say? But at the moment, I don't have racehorse money. But it is fantastic for other animals and livestock. Honestly, lifesaver. And then I guess my fifth recommendation for using this is on extremities of the skin that do tend to get dry and coarse. So if you have dry elbows, if you have dry feet, if you apply this on, what it does is it creates a heat seal. So it warms up the skin underneath and traps it in. That's why it's really bad for your face, because it's really just creating bacterial growth. It's trapping in any bacteria that's in the skin. If you put it on the rest of your skin though, that just softens and makes it easier for the skin to be removed if you're looking to use something like a pumice stone or an exfoliator or a body brush. So if you've got dry elbows, you've got dry feet, put this on, leave it on for 15 minutes, it'll soften all of that skin down, and then you can use your pumice stone or your body brush, and it'll just get rid of so much more of that dead skin and leave you with actually really nice soft skin underneath. So it's absolutely fantastic for that. So guys, I tried to keep it under 10 minutes, totally failed, but who cares? You know, we're all self-quarantining and self-isolating, so hopefully you've got the time to watch it through to the end. So, what overall thoughts on this product? I said in my last video, I take it all back. I do not hate on it the way I did at the start. However, I think you've just got to be very careful with how you use this product. It's not too expensive. This was £18 in the UK, so it's about $20, $25, not terrible price point. This lasts forever. It's got a use by 4 years. I mean, who's going to keep a product 4 years? And it is Vaseline, so it's probably not even going to go off after that. So keep it in your medicine cabinet and use it for softening skin before exfoliation on areas not the face, for any pet needs that you might have, for tidying up those stray brows, and for just generally moisturising on an evening. It is a gorgeous product, and I don't want to shade it the way that I did before. I just think if you are going to buy it and you are what I class as an ethical consumer, I think we're all ethical consumers. We're all much more aware of what we're buying than we ever have been. But if you're worried about things like animal testing and maybe previous business practices with companies, have a look and research online first before you buy. But I certainly wouldn't dismiss this as a product. Will I be rebuying it? I think I will have a look around to see if there's another cruelty-free version of it that lives up to this product. If there isn't, yes, I absolutely will be rebuying it. If there is an alternative which is cruelty-free, then obviously I'm going to get on that if I can find a dupe, and you guys will be the first people to know. But overall, I'd rate this product 8 out of 10. If it's used right, could be a lifesaver, and everyone should have it in the medicine cabinet. If it's used wrong, this is going to be the worst thing you ever put on your face. So just heed the warning, guys, and let me know what you think. I'd love to know in the comments below. Have you used this product? Do you like this product? Do you remember other older family members using this product? Are you going to give it a go? Leave me a comment, sound off below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.